Hello, and welcome to Art with Miss Michelle. Today I'm going to show you how to make some paper butterflies. So for this project you'll need some paper, and you can either use some different colored paper for this project, or it's really fun if you want to use some recycled paper. So if you have an old magazine or some kind of recycled paper, this will work great for this project. And then for the bodies, you can either use some pipe cleaners or some string or yarn and a pair of scissors. Okay, so I can decide if I want to use colorful paper or if I want to use some recycled paper, and stuff with kind of naturey looking stuff I think is pretty cool. There's also some words on these which add some nice texture to it. So I'm just gonna find a page I like and try to carefully rip it out. And then I actually want this to be a square. So if you want to cut the edge, then you'll have a nice straight edge to work with. So as you can see, my paper is not a square. So the easiest way to get a square is to just fold one side so your top edge matches up with your side edge. And then I'm gonna just get a perfect fold here on this corner, and that'll give me a perfect square. And then I can just cut the bottom off. And then before I start making my butterflies, if I say, oh, I want to make 5 butterflies, I might want to find like 5 pages I want to use, and then I can cut my squares out without having to fold it every time. It just might save me a little bit of time. So I can just measure my other paper with the one I already cut. Okay, so once I have my pieces that I want to use ready, what I'm going to do is fold these in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half with my scissors. So this is going to be for one butterfly. So for the top half, which is going to be my bigger wings, I'm going to take the side I want to use. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Then I'm going to fold this in half. And then I'm going to take the corners and I'm going to match them. So I want this edge to match the middle fold. And I'm going to fold a triangle on either side, kind of like you're making a paper airplane. Both are paper flying things. This won't actually fly, but it's going to be really cool. So I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. And then what I'm going to do is I want to start folding it like an accordion. So once I make one fold, I can just match the other folds up to that. And then hopefully it'll match pretty close with my center fold. If it's not exact, it's fine. It'll still make a really cool butterfly. So I already have that fold there. And I'm just going to keep going until I have the whole thing folded. And my last one is just a little tiny bit, but that's totally fine. And then I'm going to find the middle. So I'm going to match up the 2 corners. and then make a fold in the center. And that is gonna make the top bigger wings of my butterfly. And then for the bottom's a little bit easier. I'm just gonna take this longwise and I'm just gonna start accordion folding it. And I have kind of a similar size to that one, but it really doesn't have to match up. Okay, and then once I have this whole piece folded, I'm gonna do the same thing and fold it in half this way. And those are gonna be my bottom wings. So then I can either take my pipe cleaner or a piece of string or yarn or tape or whatever you have handy. And I'm just gonna tie the two sides together. And that's gonna make a cool little butterfly. And if I need to, I can kind of unfold these pieces a little bit so they even out. And then I can make as many of these as I want. And then if I have a bunch of them, I can put them together to make a cool little butterfly garland to hang up. Okay, so I have 5 recycled paper butterflies that I've made, and I just tied the middle together with some yarn. If you want to secure them a little bit more, you could glue the top and bottom wing together with a glue stick, but these seem to be holding together pretty well, and I really like the variation of all the different pictures and text on here. I think it makes for some really interesting color on these butterflies. So if I want to attach these together, which I do, I'm gonna need kind of a long piece of string. So I'm probably gonna just cut something that's longer than I think it needs to be. And I can always trim it a little bit or not if I want to leave it a little bit long. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my middle one, which can be any of them. And I'm just gonna put my string through the loop here. So whether I'm using string or a pipe cleaner, I should have a loop that I can easily slide this through. And I'm just gonna try to find the end of my long piece here. And then I'm gonna just tie a knot. So this butterfly won't move around on the string. It's gonna stay in the middle of my yarn because I don't want them to all lump together in the middle of my garland. I want them to be spaced out a little bit. And then I'm gonna put the next one through. And I'm just gonna leave a little bit of space in between and tie another knot. And then I'm just gonna keep going. So I'm gonna put 2 on this side and then I'll move to the other side of my yarn and put the other 2. And I wanna try to space them out kind of evenly. If they're not perfect, it's still gonna look really cool, so. And then if I have some extra room on the end, which I do, I can always make some more butterflies if I wanna make it even longer. It just depends, I guess, how many papers you wanna fold. Okay, so now I have all my butterflies together, so I should be able to hang these up in kind of a line. The other option is if you want to make them straight up and down, you might just have to tie them a little bit differently, but you could also just put your string through and tie it around the middle every time if you want to just have a long one going down from the ceiling. But this is going to be more like if I want to hang it on the wall or around my window, it's going to be pretty cool. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you like this project and happy butterfly folding.